Albert Einstein, Chapter 12, Atoms to Heal, last chapter. He was 70 when he retired from the Institute for Advanced Study at Princeton. But as he had spent so many happy years there, and the house with the big garden held so many memories for him, he decided to stay on and continue his work on his field theory of space in this lovely spot. His sister Maja, not too well now, loved being with him and enjoyed having him read aloud to her, much as their father had read aloud to them, both at home in Monash. His loyal and loving friend and secretary, Helen Ducas, who had been with him for so many years, continued to take dictation, to separate his notes into classifications and file them under the proper subject. To those closest to him, it seemed that for some time after his retirement, he was depressed by the sense of responsibility he felt for the use of the atom bomb as Hiroshima and for the further and even more dreadful use in other wars. Then one day, suddenly and without any indication that it was coming, a change became noticeable in him. There was a greater spring to his step. He resumed his habit of taking the dog Chico for long walks. The undergraduates at Princeton were delighted to behold the once familiar figure crossing the campus again as gaily as ever. A group of boys, seeing him coming toward them, began singing a song that had been written years before when he first came to Princeton. Oh, the bright boys had all studied math, and Albert Einstein points the path. Although he seldom takes the air, we wish to God he cut his hair. The very dignified Herr Dr. Albert Einstein, who could have pervaded an astonishing number of letters after his name to indicate even a partial list of his honorary degrees. Nobel Prize winner scientist extraordinary grinned like a freshman, and in passing made a very undignified gesture which brought a howl of delight from the undergraduates. Still smiling, he rounded the campus on his way home. He realized he felt at least 10 years younger. He had decided that his usefulness to the world was not a thing of the past. There was much he could still do. The very menace of nuclear warfare may intimidate the human race into bringing order into its international affairs, which, without the pressure of fear, it would not do, he dictated that very night. Within the next few days, his he had determined to overcome his dislike of all public affairs and community projects and agreed to become a chairman of the Emergency Committee of Atomic Scientists with the idea of finding and developing peacetime uses for the atom and atomic energy so that it could be used for the benefit of mankind. He began writing articles for magazines and making commitments to speak on radio and television concerning the infinite number of ways in which people in every part of the world could be benefited by atomic energy. Albert Einstein was one of the first to point out to the world of medicine that the atom might be of use in curing disease. Intrigued by the possibility, the medical profession jumped at the opportunity to prove so daring a theory. Soon announcements began appearing in the headlines. Radioactive iodine may prove effective in treatment of goiter. Neutron beam used as cancer cure. Atom responsible for cure of bone decade. It almost seemed as if Albert Einstein was driven by some feeling of guilt for the part he had played in the release of the destruction power of the atom, and was now determined to more than equalize the scales. Scientists have forecast lightning, heating, inexpensive power, nutrition complaints, tremendous reduction in living costs, all possible as a result of harnessing the atom. There is no longer any question about it. The world will one day be a much better, happier place to live in because of Albert Einstein's famous formula. On April 18, 1955, the whole world gasped at the news that streamed from headlines and was heard on radio and TV, wherever there was newspaper on antennae. Albert Einstein was dead at 76. President Dwight D. Eisenhower said, "No other man contributed so much to the vast expansion of 20th century knowledge. Yet, no other man was more modest in the possession of the power that is knowledge, more sure that power without wisdom is deadly." To all who live in the nuclear age, Albert Einstein exemplified the mighty creative ability of the individual in a free society. Einstein had been quite wrong about one thing. It was something he had said half jokingly when he was a young man. As it turned out, the Swiss claimed him as a Swiss. The Germans claimed him as a German. The Jews claimed him as a Jew. Moreover, the Riverside Church in New York, by placing his statue in its Hall of Fame, claimed him as a great scientist and humanitarian. But more important to him would have been the knowledge that everyday people, barbers and workmen and farmers and bankers and children, these mourning his passing as a friend and as a great man. And that is the book, guys. That's the end of this book of Albert Einstein. Like and subscribe if you would, please, to my name, to my channel, if you'd like to subscribe, and comment as you would like. See you later. Bye.